the issue statement for the 9 minutes ago concerning motorcyclists plan to protest.
It's midweek, Wednesday morning, 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. Good morning, folks. Welcome to the TBS, the Truth Breakfast Show, Truth FM, coming live this morning on the Love the Wednesday. It's midweek. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. And this morning, I'd like to start our greetings the folks at the Liberia Ivory Coast border. Good morning, Liberia Sierra Leone border, Liberia Guinea border, those country borderiners by roll, by seed. We'd like to say good morning. The love of liberty met us here. Let justice be done to all. But in the midst of all controversies, it's great to be back this morning on the Truth Breakfast Show, cutting across our many listeners. Those of you listening up to Truth FM, broadcasting 7 days a week, 20 hours a day now, 364 days in the year. We may have come all different shapes, but we are not in the same boat now. Liberians, please join the TBS crew to speak true our fear or favor. Wednesday edition, motivation, Bobby Bleedy Addison, filling in this morning. Good morning, my name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Ora Roberts, Marka Bazia Davis. Conservative breakfast until 10 o'clock this morning. We want to wish our president well this morning. President Joseph, you my boy guy. Good morning to you. A member of the 55th. Those of you working your district, I'd like to say good morning. And let's have a wonderful time. I got your birthday, your tea here already.
Yeah.
Yes. This whole thing do behind the scene. Yes. But good morning. 9 minutes up to 8 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Let me say good morning to the motorcyclists. What I saw yesterday, if the Liberian National Police don't resolve this thing with the motorcyclists, what I saw yesterday, Marka, more than 500 motorcycles took the entire 72nd Boulevard. We have to park off the road. So call on the police. We'll talk about that. Let me allow my colleague to introduce himself. Good morning to you, Marka. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, O'Neill. Good morning to our followers this morning. I should introduce myself.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
So, yes, my name is Marka.
Not as a candidate. not as a candidate in the by-election.
My name is Marka Bazai Davis.
Okay, from district number 9.
District number 9.
From that one where district?
Yahweh Messina district. I'm from Messina Klein.
Okay.
My hometown is Gawi.
Yes.
Gawi. Yes.
Okay.
I'm a neighbor to Councilor Tiawan Gonglo.
Okay.
Edith Gonglo Way.
But I thought you must have been for the center.
No, Matanaki Timba.
Okay.
You know, yes.
So baby in the middle.
Yeah, I'm a neighbor in there. and my auntie got married in their hometown in Glay. Glay's
Okay.
up here.
Blaze up here.
Yes, so
Blaze up
to
here.
the Yapa,
Mhm.
and she had John Yapa, Peter Yapa, and the rest of the Yapa
Okay.
in Glay's up here. There,
Okay.
so Glay people all know that I'm your,
Mhm.
yes, family member.
Jeff for the groundbreaking of that dedication, time they invited you down.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
that
I ain't do well, man.
that is my uncle on the other hand, because my mother is from Zuatu, a neighboring town to Ta's hometown,
Okay.
Gray Red on the Tabata Road there.
Okay.
So the bulk of District 9 is in the interior way on that side behind Seclipier. Then the small other piece, the
Mhm.
Door Clan small piece where that come from is right on the Tabata Road there.
Okay.
So we took that from the Tabata Road and carrying way inside it to represent us. So what we expect?
Wow.
They may use the main road, then you go carrying the
You
go
get
represent
inside,
go
all the
way
way
inside
inside.
there.
I
You
see.
see?
I see.
So the man they lay thing,
Mhm.
a little small minor project.
Okay.
But good morning to our people of District 9 in Nimba County. You are all special this morning because your son is on the show.
Correct.
Yeah, so I must greet you. You have the privilege to call here anytime you want to call
Anytime.
District 9.
Uh-huh.
And your voices will be heard.
Correct.
Big brother Lever Bimbo always
Mhm.
following the show, and he'll call me from Ganwi and tell me, "Oh, Marka, I'm on a farm this morning, but I'm following."
And listening on the phone.
Absolutely, yes.
Great.
Yes, you
Great.
always call to say,
Mhm.
you the latest call he did 3 days ago. He said you and your colleague
Mhm.
O'Neill are doing very well. You're continuing on the same path. I say, yeah, we'll continue on the path. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and that is it.
yeah,
You don't
that
know
is
it
it.
all. You know, Joseph Boy Kaito. You don't know
you
it
don't know
all.
it all. But God there.
God there. Think positive. Be
Mhm.
positive always. Still positive always. This is a motivation from Dr. Augusta Gallequie.
Okay.
Yes. Good morning to you, Dad. How you doing this morning? Yes.
I think the video was up.
No, not you. let me play this before you do your intro, right? They record you. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, what the lawmakers were saying for themselves yesterday. Not for the Liberian people.
Mhm.
And y'all tell me which lawmaker is this. Listen up to this. Maka, sorry.
Mhm.
Listen to this. Mm-hmm. Wait, hold on. This is
That we leadership you're talking about, that Jinko leadership.
no that Rachel Kuhn leadership now.
Okay.
They want that guys come on the behold.
They're making that demand now.
They telling Rachel Kuhn what they want now. And yet they're cheering at the background. This is not for the Liberians, but for themselves. Listen up to this. Yeah, man.
Who's running there? Anthony Williams.
Now I'm telling you. Let leave you with a put this decide for themselves. The men telling you what they want to. Yeah.
So number one,
Yeah.
when I gas coupon can, it should reach.
It should reach. It shouldn't stop halfway.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when they call for special setting, while the Senate is receiving 100%,
don't believe they're receiving 100%.
they should not receive 40. They should receive the same 100%.
Correct. We'll move.
Hey. We're doing it. The same way did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So number one. They want a leadership that when their gas coupon come,
it shouldn't stop
not stop how it should reach to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
One.
Number two, the one when there's special session.
Yeah.
When the Senate taking 100%, they should not take 40%. They should also take 100%. Yeah.
Interesting country.
And the team my brother O'Neill wanted to do.
No, I'm going there again. No. And guess what? On the flip side, this is why Donald Trump said, please play this.
Yeah.
Donald Trump said,
I should play it.
Those of you who want green
cards.
card.
Get money now, you buy gold card.
He's selling the gold cards.
I
got money in Africa. Africa got money, right? The US president said he's selling the gold cards.
Gold card.
The gold card costs $5 million. I mean, for the rich people. Listen, I'm going to pause this. We're going to do it. Hold on. Let's go.
Listen to Trump.
Doing something else that's going to be very very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. And wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. And never been done before or anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next week.
I want to do it again. Where did Papa come
Yeah,
from?
the gold card 5 million.
Let's go.
We're going to be doing something else. It's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. And wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. And never been done before or anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks out? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
There you go. Go card worth cost 5.
You see how live looking when you
live for the working people now.
you see how live looking? Because Donald Trump is a billionaire.
Yeah.
He say America will be selling gold card
For 5
for
million.
5 million.
You're not going to get green card.
So every America they will get gold card.
No. Meaning that if you have an invitation, you travel, just go and come back. Don't oversteal.
So when you have the gold card, you have the green card privileges,
yes,
you have right to
right,
citizenship.
Yes, you implore people.
So
you
we're coming by
benefit.
American citizenship, now go
Yes.
buy it. You're
So
not free now.
Rich people have to go into a country. That's what you're saying. And
They'll come to invest and,
Yes.
and employ more people.
yes, for the next 4 years.
Oh.
The next 4 years. Trump card.
Wow.
The gold
Now
card.
your Trump card, yes, that's the right thing. Trump card,
The Trump card.
yes.
The Elon Musk card.
That's it.
The best friend card. Yes, but this is how it's working the whole world. So those of you who want to talk for yourself, our leaders, our parliament, in Ghana, the same parliamentarian, in Liberia will say our lawmakers, I see lawmakers, right? We are going to section. If you see the recent sitting, you see City Hall, this is City Hall Executive Pavilion. Even looking like our lawmakers they have a section. We're getting so embarrassed every day.
Even though when it comes to
No, man, you guys are not proceeding well, man.
when it comes to eating, huge cut of the budget in salaries and benefits for the legislature in general, when it comes to ethical conduct or professional conduct, I think the Senate is doing better in that.
Yeah, even though they can get out.
Yeah, all of them eating the money, but
The Senate, let be clear.
Can be
Yeah,
organized.
the Senate is well organized at the heart of the order, but that doesn't tell that they don't receive the 100%.
No, they do.
The Senate received the 100%
But they-
cut. You will hear noise.
Yes, after that's the issue. So that's the difference. They don't have people like Yakan in the
No,
Senate
no.
who will be bringing the Senate to public, ridicule.
Yeah,
You understand?
Yeah,
They do their things professionally, and everybody go by their business.
but
Nothing,
they
spilling
receive the
over. They
100%.
receive everything, even special sitting.
Yes,
They
they don't receive his
can
100% cut.
receive that
The president,
100%.
everybody, let us on name.
Yeah.
Amara sitting quietly, he received his 100% cut.
Mhm.
They don't receive his 100%
Yeah.
cut. Abache, Creighton Duncan,
Yeah.
Sir Joseph.
Creighton just said something. That means you have small, in your place.
Yeah,
small.
before you do the line.
Creighton said he left the noisy house and ran for the Senate because the Senate is responsible.
Okay, yeah.
Let's listen to Creighton small.
Noisy house.
Suffering that is happening in this country based on planning and implementation. So you are just good.
Look at that. Pause this. So Creighton have insulted the entire House of Representatives.
Oh,
A signed mandate. You see what is
he
happening
said
now?
you ran away from the House of Representatives to
To come
come to
to-
some other place. So the Senate is some other place that you
Yeah,
are going.
yeah,
Listen.
yeah, play. Man, if you know your man.
Wait, I want thinking about that particular spot.
Yeah, that good is oil.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. The laughing part is that say, oh, you
Uh-huh.
run away from Mills Jones. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because you're a special assistant to Mills Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Play, give her play. Oh.
Amen. 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 Now you get them made the book on the house, they kind of need
No,
it.
no, no, no. Let's do our lineup, yeah.
Uh,
Wednesday morning, a lot of
what?
things happening in Liberia. Yes, the breakfast show. So as Marka is doing the lineup, we want to call on the police. This is not part of our talking point, right? The Liberian National Police, you have to address the issue of the motorcyclists. What I experienced on yesterday. I mean, we shouldn't allow things to get out of hand before we want to sit down with the relevant authority to make the rightful thing happen. What I saw from the cyclists yesterday, please, let's have a roundtable now. Because some political party want to hire on the motorcyclists and say they're pushing the cyclist agenda. Anyway, yes, let's see what you have this morning.
Yes, again, so good morning to all of you. Thanks for joining us. It's February 26, 2025. This show is proudly sponsored by EcoBank Liberia Limited and Orange Liberia. We will join David Koti, our friend, shortly to bring us the health tips this morning. That will be followed by the review of the local dailies, bringing you up to speed with stories being reported in the newspapers. That will give you the intro. Now you can go and find any of the papers and purchase to read the details of these stories. And in our studio chat this morning, LTA, the Liberia Telecommunication Authority, is not doing much for satellite service providers. The customers in Liberia with the huge monthly subscription fees for Satcom, the NASAT, YDS-TV, allegedly owing a huge bit in South Africa. And I understand people who are recharging are having some issues. Yes, so we'll talk about that again this morning. We want the LTA to take action, and it showed that we can do some price reduction on the fees for subscription. Again, fire burned DVOR equipment that is responsible for landing at the RIA runway during rainy season, while the RIA fire truck don't have well, professional operators, we should say, or good operators. What's happening there?
Yes.
We'll talk about it. Also, health ministry has been accused of conflict of interest in awarding of contracts during bidding processes, and this accusation was made by Kingdom Business Incorporated. Yes, Kingdom Business Incorporated, headed by Mr. Swansea Fala. He was here on the TBS, and we gave the ministry. I think the ministry has less than 12 hours now to respond to these issues. Other than that, we'll bring out the details we have. The ministry is still tight-lipped on this issue. Again, is MCC better under the current leadership of Mayor John Siafa, the CEO of Siafa Media Group? Well, we'll talk about that this morning at 9. That's 8:30 to 9:15 this morning. We'll have on the line live Centura is parent for the NEMA by-election T1K as our guest this morning. The by-election date is April 22, 2025. He will tell us his chances of winning the upcoming by-election in Nima County. T1K will join us by phone this morning. At 9:15, we'll bring you sports, entertainment, commercials brought to you by EcoBank Liberia Limited and Orange Liberia. 9:20 to 10 o'clock, Derek Dennis, the founder and executive director of the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies, will be our guest this morning to talk about upcoming activities of the school and what he's into and all of that. The school is providing courses in public speaking and professional communication as well. So yes, Derek Dennis will be our guest on the last segment of the show this morning. In the midst of all country first, that's by Senator Creighton Duncan. Duncan referring to one of the houses of the legislature as sound-minded, and the other one, I don't know.
Not serious.
It would just be the opposite of sound-minded.
Yeah, and that's
You can't even say I ran away from the House of Representatives to come to sound-minded to join sound-minded people. What? No, this statement is grave. Yeah, absolutely, it's grave.
Yes, great lineup in the midst of all kinds of friends. Let's bring our health to not too much lecture with David Coulter this
Yeah,
morning.
David, let's go.
Yeah, David, let's go. David's hit us right now. Bring a health tip on David Ernest Cote Abbas. This is David Cote, the best job he's enjoying since leaving government. Abbas, good morning.
Good morning to you. Our topic today is on prostate
cancer and prostate enlargement. You said no planet, okay, so I guess that goes straight.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about two major diseases today that are life threatening and killing a lot of men around the world. Prostate enlargement, medically known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, and prostate cancer. Do you have both at the same time? Yes. Do they have the same signs and symptoms? Yes. How will you then know that you have prostate enlargement or prostate cancer when the two of them have the same signs and symptoms? Please listen to the end. These are the signs and symptoms of prostate cancer and prostate enlargement. One, increased frequency to urinate. When you pee plenty throughout the day, sometimes normally you pee 1, 2, 3 times, but when it's frequent, every minute you want pee. Be careful. Number 2, increased urgency. That is rushing now. When pee join, if you don't run quickly, you will pee in your traffic. That is urgency. It's not good. Check yourself. Number 3, waking up at night to pee. You got to check yourself. It's got to be something wrong somewhere. Number 4, hesitancy. When you feel like peeing, or you want to, something that with the Liberian will everybody understand. When you feel like urinating, or when you want to pee, you go to the bathroom or you go behind the house, you stand up there, the pee won't come. Something wrong. That's hesitancy. You got to check yourself, and then it's not coming. Number 5, pulse strain, no power. When you go to pee accident, the pee is supposed to be coming out with force. But there's pulse strain. It's not coming with force. It just dropping maybe on your shoes or right before you. Check yourself. Number 6, dribbling. When you think you have finished already, you think you finished. As soon as you put your penis back in your clothes, pee start dropping in your breath small. That's dribbling. It's dangerous. Check yourself. Number 8, urinary retention. This one is very dangerous. Not urinating at all, or only a few drops. Sometimes you want to pee, but when you go to pee, the pee can't come. You're just standing there. After 3 minutes, 45, 30 minutes, small drop. Be very careful. It's called urinary retention. That happens when the prostate has doubled or tripled. The prostate is about the size of a walnut. But after age 40, it can start getting big, small. It can double. It can triple. Now it will be divided into 2 or 3, but the same size, but just getting bigger. When it gets bigger, then it will push against the urethra or pee line. When our prostate, which is about the size of a walnut, when it's double or triple, it will squeeze against the pee line, making it difficult for you to pee. This one needs quick medical attention because it will require surgery, where the doctors now will put a plastic pipe through your penis, your pee hole there, you the man. They will put plastic pipe in it and bore hole on your bladder so that the pee can come out. I think you have heard that some people move around with pee bag hanging on them. That's what can happen. Some people, right now, not only in Liberia, they move around with the pee all in it, then they go in one corner, they empty the pee. But don't go through that.
Remember this.
Okay. Sorry. Let me jump. Now, I was trying to give the difference between, I think I need to come back to this another time, because I'm going to give you the difference between the
prostate enlargement
and prostate cancer. But since you have gone to remember this, let me jump to that. I'll have to come back to this another time. Remember this. If you have not been drinking water in the morning when you wake up from bed, you better start practicing now. This is because when you sleep, you lose water through sweating, breathing, evaporation from skin, and bathroom visits. So you need to replace it in the morning when you wake up. Your body is made of 60 to 70% water, and you got to replace them all the time because all the organs in the body need. Look, this will be another topic another time. Thank you very much for the time, and I got to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here. Yeah. Yes, Derek will do if I help to. Let's bring in a review of the papers. What's making news from the print media? Yes, welcome to the review of the local dailies. Our first stop is the Inquirer newspaper. Yes, on the newsstand for 40 Liberian dollars. The front page of the Inquirer: metallist at crossroad in Liberia as principal order dismissed in Nimba. Oh,
Mhm.
Global Methodist or United Methodist. Anyway, Methodist at Crossroad in Liberia as principal order dismissed in Nimba is captured here on the front page of from the Inquirer graphic copy. Presidential Assets Declaration mandates takes strain as BSC suspends 127 officials. After massacre is here, we have to reach out to after massacre and find out what's happening. Let's go to the back page. The back page, because of time, the back page I'm seeing government boycott government commits to tangible development. German Matthew Pia is captured here. Early childhood education curriculum says principal in Nimba, no early childhood curriculum in Nimba County. Ministry of Education take note is captured here on the back page. Two lawmakers to rehabilitate Harper City Road. Who are there? Well, grab a copy of the Inquirer and read the rest of the story.
And the newspaper is next. The lead story: Capital Arson trial transferred as criminal court is set to proceed. Well, this is the fire case concerning the Capitol building. I'm seeing one of the defendants in the case here, Thomas Etrich, is captured on the front page of the newspaper. Still on the front page, asset declaration enforced at state enterprises level. This is after massacre captured. Let's go to another sublease story. Properties of corrupt officials must be seized. Who is saying this? Fit and Justice Network tells state actors. The executive director, Reverend Dr. Torbert Jala, is captured on the front page of the newspaper. Let's go to the back page. One-way enders replaced at ECOWAS Parliament, where I'm seeing the new members of the parliament capture here. Muhammad Briggs Mensa was retained.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Completely misunderstood. Ngafwa refutes economic prayer claims. Well, the finance minister said his statement about prayer was misunderstood. He was not calling on religious leaders and Liberian people to go pray for the economy.
Okay, damage
Yes.
control.
Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation vows to demolish buildings on sewage and water lines. While Mo Ali is captured, NPA, U.S. Coast Guard reinforced port security. It's another story. Bashir debunks allegation of child abandonment, where the former Maserado County lawmaker is captured. CB Bashir is right here. And finally, 200 Bong citizens to undergo solar installation training. Okay. 200 Bong citizens to undergo solar installation training is the final story on the newspaper.
Great. So last up for mine is the New Republic. I almost said the Independent. The New Republic. The New Republic on the stand for 50 Liberian dollars. Wave of gruesome killings is captured here on the front page of the New Republic. Well, grab a copy. Bond lawmakers accuses colleague for what? I'm seeing Marvin Koye is pointing finger in an orange coat suit. Captured here on the front page of the New Republic. Grab a copy. Liberia expands electricity access. T&D Network Commission in Nima County. Well, let's go to the back page. What's on the back page? President Boyka orders mandatory firearm registration. It's captured here. Joseph Yima Boyka is captured here on the back page from the New Republic. And in the review this morning.
Yeah, let's go for the Daily Observer newspaper. Does the Liberian economy need prayers? Well, maybe or maybe not, but Ngafua denies calling on religious leaders to pray for economy. Well, the finance minister is captured right here. Government convinces magistrate with strong evidence in capital arson case as the orders indictment of 4 suspects. Well, the photograph of the burning Capitol building is on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. President Tobos, 17 dead to be relocated as LB TS April 22 Memorial Group signed memorandum of understanding. Liberia's World Bank Fisheries Project begins transponders distribution. Well, what is that? The people in the fisheries sector will tell you. Finally, police nab alleged motorcyclist killers in Nimba. Police also arrest lady who brutally murdered sister in Sanikwele is the final story on the Daily Observer.
Great. Thank you so much for following up. All you do, the stories are interesting. Get on the newsstand and buy the paper for 40 Liberian dollars, if possible 50, and read detailed stories. The show is probably brought to you by Orange Liberia, and of course, Echo Bank, the Pan African Bank, is proud to be associated with the Truth Breakfast Show. Let's get going with what is happening in the satellite. We'll have to manage your time. In 15 minutes, probably we might not have talk to your leader segment this morning. The LTA will need your attention in the satellite business. Yes, you people have focused more. Have I greeted the president?
No, you forgot.
Yeah, good morning, His
Yeah, but
Excellency.
so now we gotta forget.
No, the president is the president. Good morning, President Joe Boy.
But I think the president can remember all too.
Can't remember us. Yeah, he's president.
So now we
You
forget.
governing almost 6 million people now. Sometimes you forget.
Everybody get right. In America,
Okay.
Donald Trump and ordinary people can go in the same supermarket and go buy and come outside. Even Barack Obama when
Okay.
he was president.
Who should we greet this morning? The Sacklers or the president?
That's great. Gregory Coma.
Greg, good morning to you. Greg, please settle the issue with the Sacklers. You're sitting on
He
the
issued
round
a
table.
statement. I think less than an hour ago.
Okay. We
Wow.
hope to flip through that.
Yes.
But the LTA, I mean, we are reading your name almost every day because whenever we see the Liberia Telecommunication Authority coming out, it's only about the two GSM companies. What's happening? Are you people not listening? Something is not right within the satellite provider. When I say satellite provider, those who give us the chance to watch the satellite channels, DSTV, Satcom, and Nanosite. You people are not showing interest. Are you one-sided LTA? DSTV has a problem. And Simeon Freeman have not said it to Liberian, but he would come and say, Boga government is not doing this, doing that. DSTV are not paid a subscription fee to South Africa. All of you who are subscribed with DSTV, you know what is happening right now? With a subscription and you can recharge. If you are lucky, the channel will just be on free. That's what's happening because of failure of paying the subscription fees. That's not an issue. On the other hand, people can also recharge from the same DSTV. Then our main concern here, the reason why we call it the LTA, the monthly subscription fees is very high, man. We can be recharging. This channel are all free cables. Now DSTV has sued Satcom and another site, Multi TV, saying, well, they are the only ones are to show the football games. Can you imagine? Meaning that all those who want to watch football now have to go and subscribe to DSTV if that's the case. That's what I'm calling on the LTA. I'm not calling on Alpha June. Alpha can't resettle the problem because almost 4 months now. The LTA. So Nana site, Satcom, Multi TV, DSTV, they have won a case here, they can scream. But our concern here, the monthly subscription fees is very high within our region in Africa here, West Africa. It's too high. If you can, I mean, bring on the telephone company. Every time you see the LTE will cite Orange, MTN, everyday thing. What happened to the satellites? Abdullah Kamara, you the board chair for Satcom. What happened? So even high say, even make it high. But this is a very serious thing. So Simon Freeman, as we close up on this matter because of time, your DSTV audience South Africa, so your subscribers now embarrassed. People can reach out DSTV again. There are some channels who lock it, they're just screaming free. That's what's happening. Because why? We are not being monitored. The LT is not monitoring what is happening in the satellite. Yeah. If you want to add up, don't move on, right, Marka?
Yeah, let's move.
Let's move. We're in a fast track this morning. I'm sure you're looking at that police statement. The Ramos International Airport. Good morning. That's why I said I haven't greeted the president. President Boyka, my president, good morning. And I need to tell you this. People hiding this information, but I need to announce it to the president. We need to tell Joseph Boyka what is happening at the Ramos International Airport. Someone been sitting on this information. There is something in aviation we call the DVOR. The Doppler Very High Frequency Directional Range. The DVOR, my president, has burned. There was a fire at the Ramos International runway. The people hiding the information from my president. You want us to be embarrassed? The DVOR has burned. It will not have a replacement. Guess what? This is used for landing of the plane and it's used highly through the rainy season. And we're waiting. When you see some aircraft say it is not landing in Liberia now, they will start talking to find a solution. My president, the DVOR that used to direct the plane for landing, runway, When caught fire, that thing burned beyond repair, burned totally. People hiding the information from the president should not hear the one. The RIA had two fire trucks that the main one are coming to. That's why the DVU are burning. The fire trucks at the RIA don't have an operator. Why is it the management can send someone for training? They don't know how to operate the fire truck at RIA. And if I'm lying, there was a time President Boyka went at the Rabat International Airport, my president. Did they display the fire truck spraying water? They couldn't do it. They complained. And since you left, it's still the same. That just day one. You settle that thing at the RIA. The runway caught a serious fire. When Kenya Air was coming, you couldn't let it fly out of turn and go back because the runway had fire. If the fire truck was effective, was going to solve that. Through that, the DVU hour got burned. Yes. President Boyka is burned. How many months to the rainy season? Clean will not be linear if this is not solved. Yeah, we're running with time, man. I guess we'll get more details on the RIA on tomorrow.
Yes, we'll bring more details on tomorrow. Again, it is very important that we talk about these things. It's not about hiding people trying to conceal information from the public, and we know Liberian people, if they are concealing information, they're not doing anything towards it. Liberian people, they are like tortoise. You have to
put a fire
on the back before they can move. So it is important that we bring these things to the attention of the stakeholders so that the right things can be done.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. So if it is something that cause a problem, for example, let's consider it as an accident, for example. So the fire, how it started, whatever the case was, but this thing has happened. What efforts are we making to repair?
Yes.
So these are things we should be talking about.
You send people for training for that fire truck that got to the RIA. One to the port, it one to the RIA there. It just parked there. We don't have an operator. You send people for training. You send people for training. Right before the president, if I'm lying, before the president, the truck couldn't function. And President Berger, no, yes. And still, since the president had left, the truck's still there. Anyway, let's move on because of time. The Ministry of Health, the Health Ministry. I mean, our 48 hours now, ultimately, I mean, almost catching up with us.
About tomorrow, it finish.
That tomorrow?
By the time day breaks, it is done. The 48 hours finish.
The Health Ministry, there are too many conflict of interest. Why? Procurement processes. The PPC, we need to be questioning the PPCC say, how people get contract. Keynote bidder, the public record, the first bidder to come up publicly and say, well, there was a conflict of interest at the Ministry of Health where they went to bid for a contract. And one of the bidder was in the Health Ministry car while the other contractors were there waiting.
Yes, being escorted by Assistant Minister for Administration.
Yeah, Colley, yeah. Assistant Colley. Yes, being escorted by him. One of the builder in the car already coming, they're going for interview.
And guess what? At the end of the process, that particular company won a bid.
Won a
contract.
Yes. And I mean, the health ministry remain tight-lipped on this. This is not going down well. The small businesses needs to be promoted.
Yes. And the second part of this thing also is with the PPCC. Okay, when people are dissatisfied through a bidding process for a contract and they file complaints, you should request all the documents for the bid, and review it and make a clear decision based on the facts and circumstances, instead of calling people to come impressing. I'm not sure that's the normal practice. So the PPCC, in this country, almost 60% of our government money, goes to procurement. Okay, procurement. And we can continue to create overnight companies, and people, only because people are ahead of the sector, they use their influence to favor certain companies, give them contract, and allegedly take kickback. Because I mean, obviously that would be the main reason why somebody will favor a company amongst other companies. Yes, for the fact that okay, we favor this one, we can ensure you will win this contract, either maybe by family connection, professional friendship, or some kind of conflict. But somebody will do that. How can we all as companies be bidding for a contract, and then the procurement entity is escorting one of the competitors in their vehicle? That means that particular person is already favored to win the contract. And obviously, It happened in the case of Interior Perspective with the
Interior Perspective.
yes, with the mental health facility in Masorado, rural
Yeah.
Masorado. You understand?
Mhm.
So these things are very serious issues, and we want to call on relevant authority to consider these broadcasts as tips to investigate some of these issues.
Yes.
On a serious note, investigate some of these issues. If they are truth and these things are happening, we must find solution, because we need to create a fair business playing field where everybody can participate without being favored. Okay, your competency, your qualification, and your financial position as a company should be able to prepare your way through to win contracts or other things, instead of people favoring you only because you will do something in return. Absolutely, we will not stop on this matter until we can reach to the reason we are talking the way we are talking. It is because we have been giving a space to the ministry to also kind of provide some information.
Yes.
Okay, we understand that the health minister really doesn't care about these things. She does what she wants to do.
Okay.
Yes, that's why we
Don't
understand.
let the public know.
That's why that's why we
When
understand.
they put up bidding, nobody should go and bid
I'm
for it.
always
They already get
mentioning-
our people.
Why you think I've been mentioning the issue of the kind of bad blood relationship she tries to create with Enfield, and nobody has spoken about it?
Oh,
I'm telling you.
okay.
So she's someone who she's hugely qualified, hugely educated, and she'll be the master of the sector, and she can do anything she wants to do.
Yeah, but it ain't work like that.
Yeah, so it doesn't work like that. Where you serve is a public space. The money they use to pay you is public money. It's taxpayers' money. You are given a piece of job to do, play your role perfectly and equally, no favoritism.
Sure.
When there are contracts, let people bid, let them compete for it. The qualified bidders win the contract and go ahead and perform the contract.
Yes,
That's
it.
just why it should be.
That's why it should be. On tomorrow, we'll continue with this because of time. Representative James Coleb, your staffers are asking for the special sitting fees. So for that, the cover was speaker. They used to get a special sitting benefits all of the time, effectively. Yeah, but since you had a meeting with them, they can get a special sitting fee. But just in passing quickly.
But they not do special settings, and they may begin speaker.
Yeah.
When they do special setting?
One or two special sitting for Richard Kuhn.
Okay.
Yes, but in passing quickly, the MCC will take some time.
Okay.
The MCC
that's true. That was the time they were doing the budget stuff.
the budget, they did
right.
special setting, they didn't get a fee for that. And Paula promised the people after he finished crying for the Capitol building. Remember he was crying? Yeah, he promised the people, so we're going to get a special setting fee. But the MCC will take some time within the MCC. The MCC plan to take marketeers from the street. Is the MCC different on John Siafa, the CEO of Siafa Media Group? Siafa is the first CEO. He's a city mayor and CEO at the same time.
Who has
all of the
printing press and get a contract to himself
in Liberia. He set a new record in Africa now. The first city mayor to have given himself almost all of the billboard advertising.
So all these people can just be criticizing people. Even as of now, there are people who are criticizing, oh, this government is dead, this government cannot do this, the government is that. So they're just doing it when they have the opportunity to come so they can do the same thing.
Yeah. But if a bill is up and Safa Media Group put it in for that bill,
win a bid now.
Win a bid. They made
the head of the sector. So yeah, interior perspective.
Interior
that are closer to the health minister.
Anything about help you see interior perspective. Don't
put money there too much. You can't lose.
That's how it's going to be. Let me get back to my president. Good morning to His Excellency. I know you listen to us. That airport you can travel to normally. The D view out burn.
The day reinforcing you coming in.
The day reinforcing you coming in the night, they'll tell up in the thing around. It burn. Period to that. Yes, let's leave it at the take. It's 8:30, and I promise to be on time with this one of our aspirants. He's not a candidate yet until he's qualified. T. Wanake. The by-election in Nima County is just up in a couple of weeks. Should be April 22. I hope NEC have not changed the date. The only problem I got with NEC right now, that 1.7 million It should stand instead of the 2.5 million they made for the budget for
Yeah, Omar
everything.
going by the way.
Yeah, Oman started work. And
Okay.
other than working, that's good, man. Good morning to all
Yeah.
the commissioners there, man.
Y'all work together.
Y'all work
That
together,
place
bro.
are not anybody fun by government space. They put you there to work, you're working harmony. Like that my new saying now, go to work, do your work and go
Yeah,
home.
go home.
Yes. You're not supposed to be loyal to anybody.
If
All
you
you know
if you want to stop
perform,
halfway on the road, you can stop halfway. But after work, go home.
do your work, you finish with your work, you go home. You and nobody in gossiping place to the office.
Guess what? The commissioners, they are going to put of very transparent results in NIMBA. That's what they are noted for. We love the commissioners, man. All of the 7 commissioners are in there.
Why that election just came out, then Representative Koga just sent 2 bills to the house to create probate code and what kind of code again? One probate code and one labor code.
Labor code.
In NIMBA, it says you should create.
No, that one.
In that time,
Koga, you want internet?
I saw the news. I said very good. Like now,
in less than 2 months of election,
like now,
you put out 2 bills. Koga, one that time, man.
I can be bill.
Yeah, so before we bring on T1OK, hold on a little bit. We have folks listening to us in Sackley, PA, in Bam, Truth FM 96.9, 96.1. Those of you across Nima listening, we're going to bring one of your aspirant, T1OK or son of Nima County, who's going to be contesting in the upcoming by-elections. But I want to say to the commissioners, y'all thank you so much for holding together.
Say he wants to contest. Don't say going to be contesting.
If he contesting, they will go through. Only one person I know what I'm go through. And I won't call the person name. Maybe domicile will hold them for 2 years. But
no tea party can visit.
No, not tea.
Tea party
is clear.
Yeah.
But no one should tell you say somebody finish winning the by-election.
But the only thing in recent time when you can't reach to 11.
Marka, good morning. Wait, my phone is muted. They recorded the interview. You never contested for opposition to win. Put your letter here as lawmaker. T1OK. Okay, I think I'm seeing his phone is muted. If your phone is muted, you have to unmute it. Okay, yes. Yeah, man. I did computer 101 at University of Liberia, man. Okay, yes. You had the phone on mute. You muted the phone. Good morning to you. Good morning, senatorial aspirant. You are first. You set the record to be the first senatorial aspirant to be interviewed on the True Breakfast Show. Yeah, man. Good luck for you, man. So wish Joseph Walker good luck. He won the election. Good luck for you being the first candidate. Aspirant to be interviewed on the TBS. Good morning.
Good morning. My pleasure. It's a real deep pleasure to be back with you guys. And I like exactly what you said about being the first aspirant to be on the True Breakfast Show, especially how you link it to the broadcast story. So that makes me very happy.
Yes, on the True Breakfast Show, President Boycott now, he told me that he had to start to practice how to become president. Now, the good luck that carry him. So we want to wish you well too.
Okay, absolutely. I appreciate it. I work on that and I look forward.
Okay, so again, good morning. It's great to have you this morning. This is Marka Davis, also a son of Nimba County. Tell us a bit about T1OK and your history with your county, Nimba. The Liberian people, the people of Nimba will want to know vividly who is T1OK and what is his history with Nimba.
Okay, thank you, Marka Davis. It's a pleasure. You know, my name is so long that a lot of people have gotten used to just calling me a part of it. I'm one of the many guys who go by 2 last names. My name is Tobo T1OK Fangalo.
Okay.
Many times people call me T for short because it's convenient to pronounce my name that way. Or sometimes people just call me T1OK like O'Neill is used to.
Okay.
But my name is Tobo T1OK Fangalo. I'm from both sides of Nimba County. My uncle was Joseph Fangalo, the first superintendent of Nimba County.
Okay.
And then also years later, Gabriel Fangalo, also superintendent of Nimba County. My own father was a teacher for many years. His professional career lasting 37 years between being a classroom teacher, a principal, district education officer, and then county education officer, and then going on to become representative for district number 3. What is now today district number 3 and 4, because, you know, after 2006, six or so election, the National Elections Commission kind of separated this on demarcation or rezoning, and so
I think that was done for the 2011 election.
that is actually correct. You're right.
Yeah,
But before then, in 2005, it was District 3
yeah,
was, all of the Berege area
exactly.
that has now been broken down into 3 or 4. Yeah, so that was my father, Mikey Fangalo, from 2011, 5 to 2011. I was also raised by on the other side of Nimba by my uncle, Peter Wanake, who was one of the first Liberians to be sent abroad before the Civil War, like back in 1987, 88, to study hospital administration. He had worked at the National Drug Service for many years. So that is my, connection to Nimba County. So that's why I like it to be very clearly pronounced, Tobati Wanake Fangalo, because my mother comes from the Manu side, specifically District Number 7. And then my father was from, he's deceased now. He was from District Number 3. So that is my connection to Nimba County.
Well, that is great. Tell us why this time you are coming and saying, well, I think it is important for me too to participate in the upcoming by-election. We're now looking for leaders, or a leader who will replace the late Senator Prince Johnson, and you are aspiring. Give us what is pushing you.
Well, the issue here is that for too long, our people have been kept in blindness, have been kept in illiteracy. So much have been taken from our people. And then when so much is taken from them by politicians, then when it's election time, they come back and give a little and say, hey, keep me in power or give me some more power. Just keep me going and going and going. So if you have $100 that belongs to you, the people, they make sure to take like all of it from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you can barely survive, when you got nothing to eat, when you cannot afford to send your children to school, when your children are sick and you cannot afford to give them proper health care, then they come back to you and say, let me help you, let me rescue you, let me do this and let me do that. But what is very clear, and I have spoken for quite some time unequivocally about, is the issue of Article 6, 7, and 8 of the Liberian Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
It says very clearly, in paraphrasing here, that above all else, the mass education of the Liberian people shall be the primary objective of the Liberian government. Generations of leadership in Liberia have deferred on that commitment. They have disappointed the Liberian people. They have kept them in illiteracy. They have kept them in blindness and with no opportunity. And then they have used that to manipulate them. So at some point, he who cares must be able to raise his hands and speak truth to power and speak in the interest of the people and speak on the side of justice. And Oni, you know me for many years. That's what I have been doing. I have been speaking out on the side of justice. I have been demanding transparency and accountability and law for nation as a preliminary requirement for seeking public office. And so I've come now in this moment in time, maybe beginning the last 2 or 3 years, with a conviction that beyond speaking in demand for justice and transparency and equality,
Mm-hmm.
I can go a step further. I can choose to just ignore what is going on and just be like some of our friends and be a coward and say, hey, I'm not a politician. I'm not going to partake in politics. Or I can choose to partake in the democratic process and compete when elections come around. So this is the new direction for T. Wanake Fangalo. I have decided that in these elections, I will partake. And I will speak on the side of justice. I will speak for my record. And there is no contestant, no aspiring in this race who is able to compete with me in terms of putting their credentials on the table and say, look, we got guys in Nimba who will say, hey, I'm entitled to this. Oh, I can jump further distance than you. I can even jump across the body. I can do this. I can do that. And that's what they use
Okay.
to
We'll do it.
represent qualifications.
Okay.
So we have come with 2 months to go to speak to our people.
Okay. So
Since you've chosen over the times, and think about how much you continue to lack opportunity, how much change has not come to your life. But these people are the ones who drive the big cars. Before they came to government, they had nothing. They have absolutely no substantive measure of education that they can brag about, that they can boast about, that they can show. Many of these persons, they survive on your sweat. So if you continue to prolong their stay in power, then you cannot complain. You cannot continue to complain about the destitutions that they have exposed you and your children to. Moment in time. And this is my motivation. And I hope that the peace loving, strong, intelligent people of Nimba County will, for once, make a good decision.
okay. So just before
Sufficient credential to show in terms of his qualification for this position.
that is great. So just before you can come in and to move forward as to what you are bringing on the table, this critical point I would like for you to clear out. In the recent election, you participated as a candidate from District Number Three, Monserrado County. Tell us more about domicile in Nimba and Liberia in general. People believe that oh, somebody is going to come from America to come and run for office and all of that. Provide some clarity on that.
For those who have nothing to offer the people in terms of substance, that's all they do. They go and say, "Oh, what do you bring? Have you lived here?" and blah blah blah. A long time ago, on you interview me, and also Christopher Celine interview me, and I talk about domiciliary is not occupancy. Residency is not occupancy. For you to be qualified on the issue of the residency clause, you don't have to physically occupy all your life. The Supreme Court has a precedent. The Supreme Court has a ruling. Thomas Fowler was a sitting representative in Monserrado, meaning that by law he was residing in Monserrado.
Okay.
You cannot tell me that you are receiving district development fund for district number 5 all these years, and you are the city representative, and then you tell me you are residing in Lofa. Then, unless I don't understand. So, basically, for the listening audience, Thomas Fowler was the city representative in district number 5, meaning he was a resident of district number 5, or he contested in Lofa. Does anybody know why? Because there was a Supreme Court precedent in the Ellen Snow case that defined residency properly, or even better. In order for you to qualify under the residency clause in the Liberian law, you must be A, physically residing in that space, or B, you must have a business interest in that place. So Thomas Fowler was able to qualify for the residency clause, even though he was residing in Monserrado. He had business interest in Ofoya. We did not only have business interest, or we have not only have business interest in Nimba. It's been at least a year. The residency clause, the physical domiciliary clause, is about 1 year. You must have lived in that area. You must have been a resident of that area for at least 1 year prior to the election. And these are legal issues that our lawyers have addressed. Otherwise, we will not be in the space that we are in. So not only that I became a physical resident of Nimba County after the 2023 election. Remember, it's been at least a year. It's been over 360 days. That's point number one. Point number two, for the last 15 years, I've maintained business interests. So all of the Koga people and the rest of the people that wanted to use that stuff, let them go find something else to say.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Let's go to because election normally is numbers, right? Let's look at your chances into Nimba. You are son of Nimba. You have District 1 up to District 9. What do you follow for like a stronghold? Let's hear you, T.
Nobody in this election, not Edith Bunklo, not Samuel Koga, not Garrison Yelu, not my dear friend Mike Bloom. I don't call your name in derogatory way. Not Mike Bloom, not if Ty Wongwe is going to run. I'm hearing little noise about that, but if he's going to run, considering the type of breaches he demonstrated on Facebook. Nobody winning in district number three.
Okay.
Nobody. Mark that down. I will win for big numbers in district number three.
District 3. Okay.
District number three. But again, my father was a representative there for so many years, maybe not so many years, for 6 years. But before that, his entire professional life, for about 37 years, that's where he resided. And my father and my family legacy was built in district number three. I will win that place. That is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, district number four will somewhat be contested between Garrison Yalu and I. I will win him there too because he has very, very bad rapport with the people. Garrison Yalu, a lot of people have complained over the years that he has become so arrogant and very disrespectful to elders in that place, including my own father who sent him to school, who he disrespected so badly in his latter days. So I will win district number four. And if any man will come close, that'll be Garrison Yalu. I must be honest here. And then we come to district number seven. District number seven.
District 7.
Of mine. District number 7 is where I spent a lot of my early childhood days. I don't see any possibility of anybody winning district number 7. The sitting representative now, Honorable Musa Ability, and the immediate past representative, Honorable
Roger Doma.
Yeah, his supporters, there's been some, issues between the two supporters. We've been trying to work on like a peace conference in that area because people who work for us currently in district number 7, many of them are supporters of the current representative, and also many of them are supporters of the former representative. So we believe that there is absolutely no chance that anybody else from anywhere else can take district number 7 away from us. And mark these statements down, for future reference. We will win with big numbers in district number 7. So now we have said 3, 4, and 7. We will move on to district number 1, which is the Ganta area. That is a very highly contested area because that is the commercial capital of the county. It belongs. I'll call Ganta and district number 1 a no man land, and I'm being practical here. So we will try to hold our own. Our preliminary projection is that we only need at least 35% of district number 1 to be able to win this election. We will do the same in the capital city, which is the Senegal area, district number 2. We will intend and we believe that we can hold at least 30%. Because, like I said, district number 1 and district number 2 are called in no man land. In American politics, those would be the area that you call battleground.
Okay. Yeah. So, Tia, while listening to you, Marsh, yeah, great. The man we were trying to replace was considered as the godfather of Nima County. He had built some alliances over the years. I mean, what are you looking up to? Do you have some big names that will give you support because you need so? Like you big mention of District 7, Musa Ability, even the Vice President, Jeremiah Kun, you have a stake in the election. And there are other big names in the county. Who are you relying on?
Well, we first of all, we want to rely on grassroots support primarily. And I'm not going to tell you a lie that we are not lobbying for endorsements from quote unquote big names. We are reaching out. We've reached out to several individuals or very, very important business figures and political figures for their support because they will be appreciated. I'm going to be here next week when the vice president comes here. I'm going to be meeting with him to have some conversations about this upcoming election. I will be very unequivocal when it comes to my conversation with the vice president. What I intend to discuss with him is this. Jeremiah Kun is a friend for many years and the most or the highest.
This is politics. Politics of long-term friendship. I mean, this is politics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that beyond being friend, he is the highest profile government official from Nimba County. So we will require of him the message that we have sent to him through written communication that we will be following up with through in-person conversation is that it is better for the leader of Nimba County and the vice president of the Republic of Liberia to stay clear of being involved with especially direct campaign activity because we believe that the vice president being so close to the presidency has so much access to funding and resources. And for this election to be a fair election, for the sons and daughters of Nimba County to fight it out so that the best person will win, it will only be fair that the vice president, with access to so much resources, stay clear of that. And that is the practical message that we will deliver in person to the vice president, whether it's in Philadelphia or is at the Liberian embassy in DC. But I texted him a couple of days ago and I let him know that we will be having very important conversation about the election that's coming. We're saying Liberia play a twin mother role. And to the elderly folks listening from all corners of Nimba, I do believe that through Evan, right now in this moment in time, so many people across Nimba are listening. We believe that it is in the best interest of the county that the vice president, who's the highest profile government official from the county, does not get directly involved with this upcoming election. We do not need any particularly big name to be able to win because the type of canvassing activity that we have begun is beginning to open people eyes. One more thing that we are relying on. So many persons believe that Sam Koga is the forerunner in this election. But hear me out. To the people of Nimba County, elections can be very divisive. I believe that some of you have heard in the media landscape, have heard about the division that is currently ongoing in Sakepi just because of what happened in the last election between Honorable Ability and Honorable Doma Sapoto. Right now, we are still trying to get through the healing process. I say this to say to you, O'Neill, the people of Nimba County cannot continue to keep going through election over and over just because of how divisive it can be. Brothers can turn against brothers, sisters can turn against sisters. We just had a general election in 2023. And then early last year, we had another election, a by-election, okay, to fill the vice president seat when he left from being a senator to become vice president. And then unfortunately for the people of Nimba County, we just lost our senator, the CEO Senator General Johnson. And now we are about to go into another by-election, another divisive process that can stall the healing process of a county. You mean to tell me that the people of Nimba will elect Sam Koga to provide another opportunity for another divisive electoral process 3 months later, as if he is the only person that holds all of the measure for the transformation of the county, as if he's the only man that holds all of the educational profile, makes him so entitled that despite the fact that we saw him through the years arguing with Prince Johnson, insulting him and using some really bad words, that he could not fit into the MDR, and he could not find a space to become even a partisan. Now Prince Johnson is dead, all of a sudden you're a partisan of the MDR. What type of hypocrisy is that? So we are telling our people to shine your eyes. How is this man saying that he was related to Prince Johnson? He could not fit in his party while Prince Johnson walked this earth.
So
How many recordings that will play in the coming weeks?
So T Wanake, you raised a point.
How you want to replace him?
Yes, you raised a point that I want to come to. You talk about the need for the vice president to remain neutral in this process because, according to you, he should play what you call twin mother role. Again, politically, he is the political leader of the MDR, a party that may likely defeat a candidate in the elections. Furthermore, political pundits believe that this election is a test of the vice president's popularity in Nimba since the death of the senator who was also his godfather politically. How do you reconcile that his party will be going into the race and he should remain neutral?
Look, Everybody, there was no dispute. When Prince Johnson was alive, we all agreed that he was the godfather of Nimba County. Learn from his leadership. Learn from, and this is a direct message to the vice president and all who were thinking in that direction. Did you ever see Prince Johnson when Yan Tuayen and Koga and the rest of the guys were campaigning in Nimba? Did you see Prince Johnson go to Nimba and pick a side and say, vote this person? Did you see that? No. That's leadership. That's the type of leadership that Jassy Ebdo showed the people of Nimba County. That's the type of leadership that DK wants to live when he was alive, showed the people of Nimba County. That is the kind of leadership that we just saw Prince Johnson demonstrate. So that is the kind of leadership that we encourage our vice president to emulate.
Even though he was campaigning for representative candidates during the general election.
During the general elections, he was a candidate. Remember that. Prince Johnson was a candidate during the general elections. But I am saying to you that if you go back to the by-election, he sat in Monrovia. I called him. I had a conversation with Prince Johnson on January 25th. I believe we have a recording of that conversation. I had a conversation with Prince Johnson, and I was trying to get into the race, and I was trying to inquire for him. And what he told me, he said, Fangalo, you're a guild man. And I am a guild man. I'm already a senator. And there is one seat to be filled. I promised the people of Nimba County in the 700 towns and villages that we will make sure that the senatorial representation from Nimba be balanced. So this time, let it go to a guild man, a Mano man, I'm sorry. Nyan Troyen is a Mano man, and he's your friend, let it go to him. Wait for the future. Maybe an opportunity will come somewhere, and if you want to work in government, let us know, and let us know where you got your interest.
Okay, so that was a promise. But yeah, so T1OK Fangalo, I'll have to get used to
Fangalo. Yes, Fangalo.
Yeah, I'll take time to get used to the Fangalo. Yes, I just T1OK. Yes, but we want to get the lines activated because time. I mean, this is your first interview of us. We'll complain in subsequent time. What do you have to offer the people of Nimba if they are to elect you as senator? Replacing Prince Yomi Johnson in the late.
Yes, and please add to it your political affiliation, what party, or are you going as an independent candidate? If yes, have you petitioned the National Elections Commission?
Yes.
Okay. Question number one, it was like a 3 into 1. It was really packed. So I will start from the bottom. The last one was, have you petitioned the Election Commission? Petitioning the Election Commission has to do with what we call the letter of intent.
Yes.
That period starts officially on the 3rd of March. If you look at the timetable the Election Commission gave on February 10th, they released a timetable from March 3rd to March 14th. That's the candidate nomination period. Candidate nomination period. So that whole nomination period, it has to do with a whole portfolio. It's a profile. It's a documentation that you collect from the National Election Commission. You fill it out. And one of the items, one of the materials that you put into that envelope or into that file is called your letter of intent. Your letter of intent. So while it's true that you can preliminarily have a conversation or inquiry with the Election Commission about the rules, the official rule will be released on February 28th. Let us remember that. So look at the guidelines. Elections Commission is going to release the regulation for the 2025 by-election on February 28th. So our lawyers are following the process. Our lawyers are engaging the Elections Commission in areas where they have questions that need answers. They are speaking to them about it. So for the question that has to do with whether we have petitioned them, we will be submitting our package to them. We kind of have a general idea that the 2025 by-elections regulation will be similar to the 2024 Nimba County senatorial by-elections regulations.
Okay.
So that is question number one. Question number two, you asked if I'm going independent. Yes. Or if I'm going with any political party. I'm not comfortable running any political party ticket in this moment in time. When I win the senatorial seat in Nimba, I will vote. If that is a question you intend to ask, I will vote on the issue. I will not vote on any political party line, and that is my commitment to the people of Nimba. For those who have political affiliation that usually blind their eyes and they turn their back on the conditions of the people and focus on what they're like right now. Any political party, whoever is a candidate that their party choose, that's the person to go with. For me, that is a betrayal of the hopes and aspirations of the people. You are supposed to focus on qualification. You are supposed to focus on who among all of the candidates is the best. So this is what I present. I do not owe any allegiance to any political institution. I stand on my name and on my family history in Nimba County, and I hope that the people of Nimba County will see that as what is required for this moment in time for a transformational leadership, for somebody that is prepared to bring about change. My records are there and they speak for me.
Okay.
Have you answered the question? What do you bring on the table? What do you do with the county?
Yeah, I told you that it was really packed. The question was so packed. I was on a closing argument yesterday, and that same exact question, Kim. Two of the three questions you guys just asked me, Kim. And that was, what do you bring to the table? What I bring to the table is transparency. What I bring to the table is education. What I bring to the table is experience. What I bring to the table is love for country. What I bring to the table is significant, substantive amount of private sector investment. Many of these people that I'm running against, not one of them can raise their hand and say, before I ever serve in public office, this is what I invested in. This is the number of students that I gave scholarship to. Actually, anybody in the race. So these are things that the people of Nimba or electors here in Liberia need to begin to look at. So I have just listed what I bring to the table. I am the one candidate in the race who can say, before I have ever gotten to work in government, I have began construction of a university. My premier university project in Fendel, we intend to completely launch that by June of this year. Okay, right now I'm doing a construction in Tower Hill. Okay, 100 houses to provide affordable housing opportunity for Liberian persons. And we have said on few occasions that students who graduate from Nimba County, all you got to do is prove that you graduated from school in Nimba County with a grade point of B minus and above. And you will therefore be given a 75% discount, 75% scholarship at a premier technical college in Fendel, so that you can be able to come to Monrovia as a student from Nimba and compete with the rest of the nation. So these are projects. And many years ago, when I was the Liberian Association president in Ohio, we began a project called a Sister City Relationship. We wanted to do that in Painesville, a sister city relationship between Cleveland, Ohio, and the city of Painesville.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so Fangalo, the name very good me.
Yes, Fangalo.
Ti wanna kill Fangalo. Ti wanna kill Fangalo.
We want the people of Nimba to know that you are a Fangalo.
Fangalo, yes. So want to say hold on a little bit. Let's get some calls out. Time has fast spent. It's about 4 minutes down, 9 o'clock here. Don't go off the line. Just till let's get some reaction from the public. Those who listening up to us, the Truth Breakfast Show. He's senatorial aspirant. Well, T wanna kill Fangalo. Nimba County or son of Nimba. Well, we'll be in the race. Let's get some calls.
Call this morning.
0770-153-265
and 0770-202-579. Good morning.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning, Marka and O'Neill, and good morning to senior brother.
Wait, hold on. T, are you hearing the caller? Okay, yes, go ahead. Just get a pin. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, thank you very much to the senior brother. I will be very clear. I'm not from Nimba, I'm from Bon, but I currently reside in Maserati. Yeah, but I mean, O'Neill, I would say it's clear. This country needs serious-minded people. If we must forge ahead with the kind of issues that we're facing as a country, these are kind of people that we should pray for God to give us a leader. because it is clear that the brother, apart from in politics, he is making hell wheels. He is improving lives across Liberia. Not only the Nima. So I mean, for me, I wholeheartedly welcome the brother and I want to appreciate him for the move. I pray that he becomes the next senator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. This was the El Father of Annie show this morning for Secretary City this morning.
Okay.
Father, let me say good morning, Oliver.
Morning. What's up? Go ahead. I know your candidate. Go ahead. I know.
Yeah.
Is that not putting threat to your candidate because you acquired your candidate and you already on the show before?
Yeah. Let me say good morning to Mr. Fangalo. The name Fangalo is a state ruler in Secretary, but in Senegal. I know if he's using his uncle name or is the father name that using the Fangalo was statement in Senegal. And they have the Fangalo street in Senegal that we know. But if you bury your uncle name or your resident name, then we will get to know.
Okay.
But let me say clear, we talk about qualification. We have a lot of people in the race that qualify by law, by constitution, above the age range. And the issue about help in most of the district, and you forget about district, it's IFA. If you come to the population in Nima, district 4 comes first, district 8 comes second, which you have 32,000 plus registered voters.
Okay.
So, Mr. Fangalo, let me be clear with him. He said he has been contesting. We know he has the charisma, he has the man for the people of Nima. But this comes around, they read the cooperative.
My man, well, the ballot boss will tell that one, man. The ballot boss will tell that one. That one way. Morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Andrew Stefani. I listen to your story.
Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Duko.
Okay.
I think I heard you, right? But anyway, did I hear you say that if you want to have a meeting with the vice president in Washington, D.C.? I mean, my question to him on that statement is this here. Why would you tell the vice president where over there for a meeting?
No, the vice president is
already.
The vice president is in Europe already, so
he's going to the States, and he said he will use the opportunity to have.
Yeah, please start calling my number.
Maybe a one-on-one chat with the vice president.
My question is, the vice president going to come by the idea eventually. Why you can't pick one of the villages?
Any way to meet our politics, any way you can meet that one question where I can answer. Y'all please call the number we're announcing, please. Y'all please do it, right?
Yeah, 0770-202579. These are numbers you should call.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, New and Marka. This is from Milton Yoko from District Number 6, Maswara County, incoming representative, 2029. New, I want to say many thanks to my brother this morning. I really appreciate his deliberation. A few things moving for Nima County. I've observed that from my statistics, the people of Nima don't take a lot of things into consideration. It means that Nima will carry the highest number of power elections in this country. Because, yes, I think we have one already. No, we've been having it. We came from Jeremiah Poon, and now we went to, in fact, Jeremiah Poon too went in from by election. And another person took over for him again from by election. And another person is wanting to contest who is also in power. If that person wins, then there'll be another by-election in Nima County. So I think this time around, we shouldn't be rotating and seeing people from power to power. New group of people want to come to the table. Let's give them opportunity so that we see what they can offer. I don't want to ask the brother why have they done before you want to be senator, because that's not the issues for when we should get more power in this country. So before president, they cannot show us anything. So there is no need to just ask the brother why have they done what. I let him know I think he lives very well. I think it be someone who can push some of the agenda.
Thank you. Thank you, incoming Yoko, Milton Yoko. Morning.
Good morning, Frederick O'Neill and Ambassador Marka. And let me say good morning to your online guests and as well to those following the broadcast. My name is Aloysius B. from Virginia, and I'm from Lower Miami County. Let me say thanks to your guests. I listened to his deliberation, and when it comes to the agenda of the Nigerians, it is on path. And I want to portray Mr. Yoko. We should not always be in a position as Liberians to just be giving certain group of people the continuous opportunity to serve. You have served or you are serving as a representative. Then you want to be a senator creating the avenue to place the country or the country in another burden, I mean financial burden. That should not be the case. But my only question or concern I have this morning to your studio guest is this. Nima Kante lost the political godfather that we all refer to, the late Senator Prince White Johnson, peace be to his artist. Is he moving there with the vision or the mindset of becoming a godfather of Nima, or will he continue this particular legacy of always like the former senator used to do during election period?
Okay. Yes, time we'll pick our last call. We gotta go.
Yes.
Good morning, Darlington, morning.
How you doing?
Great, go ahead.
Yeah, the only thing I want to advise my brother is, for me, coming over is not my choice. My name is Dave Dabo. I have coming over is not my choice. Let him go back and try to make the Nibadian to know his vision for Nima County better. Thank you.
Oh, someone could go another choice. Just stop calling my regular line. Just stop this.
Yes, so let's
I
go
want
back
to line.
to T.
Yeah, let's T. Wanna Fangalo. Yes, you listen up to the callers. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I can respond now, right?
Yes, most definitely.
The gentleman who wanted to know if the Fangalo Street or the Fangalo from Senikole was my uncle or if I'm using my uncle's name. He probably did not listen to the beginning of the show because I was asked to introduce myself. And I said that my father, his professional career lasted for 37 years in Nimba, including when he served as district representative. When District 3 and 4 were one district, Mighty Fangalo was my father, my biological father. He passed in 2012. That is the answer to that person. Um, there was a question just not long ago is whether, because we lost a senior senator who was the godfather, if I win this election or when I win, would I seek to be a godfather or what would be my direction? No, I'm not going to try to become godfather for Nima County. For me, that is a symbolic title that has to do with so much more than just a position. I believe that right now in this moment in time, God has blessed Jeremiah Kung, who is our dear friend and brother, to become the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, and he is the son of Nimba County, who has reached that rank. So going forward, I think that Nimba County needs to support him. If Nimba County will refer to anybody as a leader or their leader, somebody who may fit that nomenclature as a godfather, I think that will be rightfully Jeremiah Kung. Now, still on that really quick for the next couple seconds, we have heard in so many quarters that Sam Koga has said that he will become a senator and then become a godfather and then run for president in 2029. So those who have not heard this, be warned. When you see the gentleman jumping over the body, his interpretation is that he is invoking the spirit of Prince Johnson to become the godfather of Nimba County so that he can prepare himself to run for president in 2020.
The people said that's the normal traditional practice in Nimba, just that there's one on social media. It happens in almost all families in Nimba. Is that correct?
Somebody who says that is mistaken. It is the first son of a dead person. When a person passes away, he has an adult son. Prince Johnson has son. Look, let me tell you something. If you know the history of Prince Johnson and if you knew the history of Prince Johnson and this gentleman, if you look at the picture that's now, all over social media where he's kneeling down and Prince Johnson hair is on his head, what that picture is about is when he had just insulted the old man so badly and used some serious profanity, then he went to apologize. At first, the old man refused. That we had some elders from Nimaka who begged and said, "That's your son. Accept it." As soon as the old man tried to say, "I forgave you," he knelt down and the old man put his hand on his head. Many people do that in Liberia. He has kept a picture now on viral, and that is the picture that he said Prince Johnson is currently in. That is not true. That is deception, and he knows that. And I want to say to him that he should not be surprised when the campaign starts, when videos and audios start to come from all corners of Liberia, using all the dirtiest words that you can imagine on this old man. So what I want to say to you is no, I will not seek to become godfather. There is somebody who is in a rightful place to be considered the godfather of Nimba County, and in my mind, that is Jeremiah Kwankun in this moment.
Okay, because of
Yes, so
time,
because of time, T, I
we'll
mean,
take your parting comment.
yes, we'll plan this another time. Trust me. Once Elections Commission give you a thumbs up and clear you, then you become a full candidate. But it's no secret that you will be contesting. You have made up your mind. Your family, or your friends, your relatives, your supporters is aware that T Wanake Fangalo will be a candidate upcoming in the by-elections in Nima County. So use the next 2-3 minutes to close up.
Okay, thank you so much. Right now is 9:16 to the 3 minutes will be 9:19 Liberia time. I want to say to all of our friends and our family from through the years, those who we have encountered, those who understand the way we have carried ourselves over the years, please work with us. This election is going to be very expensive, and in many ways, you can be of help to this campaign because if we do not do that, people who have worked in government who have stolen so much money from the people will use the resources that they have taken away from you to try to manipulate this election to get to an outcome that they do not deserve. We will be going to this election sponsoring ourselves and to all of the well-meaning persons of Liberia and Nimba County. Please work with us. If you cannot physically go out there, the moment election commission say it's time to campaign, if you cannot go out there to campaign for us, go and follow us. And we got a GoFundMe page that one of our supporters just literally launched that yesterday. You know, we can send you the link. You can put in there $1 or $2. Work with us and choose us on the basis of our credential, on the basis of the work we have done in human rights in Liberia, on the basis of our qualification and our love for country. Do not pick a candidate on the basis of the fact that they feel entitled. People who feel entitled, who want to plunge the county into another scenario, into another round of by-election, no one person holds a measure of absolute authority to the point where they must get there at all costs, even if it costs the nation and the county another divisive process of by-election. I believe among all of the contestants who have raised their hands, I am the most qualified on the basis of the work that I have done in private sector. Thank you so much for this opportunity, O'Neill Roberts, and I look forward to continuing this engagement with you guys.
Okay.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you, T1K Fangalo.
Fangalo. Yes, I'll take some time to get used to the Fangalo name. Yes, that's a voice. Yes. Great. Those of you been viewing online, yes, T1K Fangalo have been with us. Let's get a brief in, brief out. I'm seeing Derek Dennis. I haven't seen Derek for more than 2 years now.
Yeah.
Let's get a brief in, brief. I will come back. We'll go join Derek Dennis right out the True Breakfast Show 961. All of you who have the ambition to contest in the by-election, you reach out to us, say, Marky, how they can say. Yes.
Yes, so Derek, I think you should shift.
Yes.
So
I'm playing double role. I'm going to do that.
Yes, go and go and help while you are doing that. Let's see what we can do here while you are doing that. Yes, so
orange. No joking, Billy Isa. You Bob, what you mean by Max? Please break it down for me. So you don't hear about Max yet? The all-in-one new app from Orange Liberia. I saw something like that. Orange Labrador in one place. Data involved with checking your balance, tracking your data and cost usage, access all Orange money and Orange energy services, watch football, listen, and so much more. But the best part of our
phone silence.
interesting.
Tired of juggling different apps to stay connected? Wish there was one app for everything Orange Liberia? Well, wish no more. Say hello to Maxit, Orange all-in-one app that helps you live to the max. Access data and voice offers. Enjoy high-speed internet services. Monitor your balance and usage. Track SMS, calls, and data easily. Stay connected with Orange Money and Orange Energy's services and products. Get entertainment, games, music, and more. Purchase tickets to the hottest events and shop with ease from online vendors and consumable products. The best part? It's zero rated. No data charges to use the app. Download the app now on Google Play Store or App Store. Just search Maxit LR. Live smarter, live better, live life to the max. For more information, call 111 or find us on Facebook at Orange Life.
Of course, Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited are the proud sponsor of the TPS on Truth 96.1 FM. Like we indicated this morning in our lineup, we have the founder and chief executive director of the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies. He's here this morning with a team member, so we will just give them the opportunity and say good morning, Derek. It's great to have you here. When you said he hasn't seen you for, he said almost 2 years, but I think I've seen you in recent times. Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you, or Marka, and thanks to O'Neill. When I was chatting with him very briefly, I was asking whether he was still in Europe because nowadays O'Neill is always in Europe. But it's a pleasure being here at Truth FM. It's a home away from home. Just as you said, my name is Derek Dennis, and I'm excited to be here. And I want to say good morning to all those listening, either by radio or by social media. I want to say good morning, and you can convert that good morning to good afternoon to good evening, depending where you are currently situated.
Okay. Yeah, so let's get the introduction from the other team member. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Osidia George Babu, a team member from the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies.
Okay. Well, this is my first interview on the institute, so we'll just give the ED the opportunity to give us a brief history of this institution and what motivated him to have ventured into this area.
Thank you, Marka. The Dennis Institute of Professional Studies, well, it has been a burden on my heart. Having served in the education sector, this year I clocked about 18 years, in the area of providing service to country in the area of education. And I had the privilege of traveling to Nigeria and other parts of Africa, and I saw how people are unique, how they are organized in the way they do things. One of the issues that I really, 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 came across, and I thought it necessary to be help to my country is the area of public speaking and that of professional communication. You will bear me witness, Marka, that our children who attend, secondary school, they graduate from school and their grammar is so poor, to the extent that some even graduate from the university with bachelor degree, some with master's degree, if possible, some with even doctorate degree. But you still see that our way of speaking is far below the standard. I ask myself for, as an educator, what can I do? Because it is not just sufficient to think about the situation. It's not just sufficient, to talk about the situation, but it's also, prudent to come up with a lasting solution to see that, okay, this is what we can do. This is what we can do to be able to help mitigate the situation. So when I returned from Nigeria 2017, and I got motivated, and then I called my team members and I said, look, I have been around Africa and some other places, and I'm taken aback, as to why is it that we are far below standard expression? Why is it that we are far below, international best practices in the area of public speaking and that of professional communication? You listen to guest speakers on different guest speaking occasions. You hear, what the guest speaker is saying, and sometimes it's far from what the entire occasion is all about. And our children graduate from high school, and just to come and deliver, that appreciation speech is a problem. So I call my team members and I said, look, this is a problem, and I think we can help mitigate this problem. And that was how we, got the idea of establishing the Dennis. First, it was called Dennis Institute of Public Speaking. So we established it 2017, and in 2018 we started our official operation. And and we were able to have done, I think, about 3 to 4 graduation ceremonies. And due to my studies, I had to, close down the school because I was engaged into an intense study that needed all of my attention. And when I returned from my December of 2024, I returned from my studies, and then I came back and I said, look, this is a burden in my heart. This is a dream. This is a vision to be a help to my country, to the young people, to the professional, environment, to the professional world, to the education sector. So I think I need to revamp this thing. But then there's a new vision now that came to me that, look, based on your vision, this cannot just be Dennis Institute of Public Speaking, because what we are incorporating into the program now, we now have to move to Dennis Institute of Professional Studies. Now we are offering diploma in public speaking and professional communication. We are offering diploma in school leadership management and administration. We are offering diploma in school finance and budgeting. It's a 6-month program, and 3 months semester 1, 3 months semester 2, 6 months. As it stands now, based on the need in our society, the financial challenges and all that, financial constraint. So we thought, to make this program as affordable as we can. It's just $50 for 3 months. So for the 6 months, it's $100. But then, in my own good way, as a way of starting up this whole process, I spoke with my team that, look, as a CEO, I will be providing 50% scholarship. So instead of paying $50, someone will pay $25 for 3 months and $25 for 3 months. So instead of $100 for 6 months, people will now be paying $50 only for 6 months. So your beginning point is just $25, and 50% scholarship to 50 principals. Principals across Liberia are challenged. If you look around in our education sector, most times you will hear refresher workshop for teachers. You don't hear about refresher workshop for school leaders, for principals, for professional people. As a result, those that are spearheading our education sector, they are challenged with providing leadership because you cannot give what you don't have. So we are providing 50% scholarship to 50 principals and 50% scholarship to 50 young people who want to study public speaking, and principals who want to study school leadership, management, and administration.
Well, that is great. And tell us what have been your impressions so far since you started this initiative? Are you getting the desired outcome as per your vision? What is it like?
Yes, there has been gains. For example, the likes of Avin Gongwe, the likes of Roland Conti, who is now a DO, Ambassador David Owe, who is also now a DO, and the likes of Naomi Flomo, who is now an international entrepreneur. Even the mentee I just brought here in studio, Osidio Jos Babu, who holds a bachelor degree in public administration. And she graduated from the Dennis Institute of Public Speaking. She is now an orator, a young female, a young aspiring female who is an icon. She is an impression. She is, a visionary. Whole lot of friends look up to her. Other females are being challenged by the level of improvement they see in her, because it is important that we commensurate input to that of outputs. All right. So it's not just about coming to learn the theory, it's about conceptualizing the theoretical knowledge into practical experience, into practical interaction. And we have produced pastors who are now preaching well on the pulpit. We are not saying that we made it 100%, but at least we were able to our program. We were able to strengthen their presentation. We were able to strengthen their grammar. We have produced, liquor practitioners, people in the liquor area who who came to our institution and they learn how to structure their presentation, how to structure this. We have produced, educators. We have produced teachers who are teaching eloquently in the classroom, administrators who are leading, eloquently, and they are doing very well. So the outcomes, they are very much encouraging. That's why we thought to continue this process.
That is good. So, let's hear from the team member. Tell us a bit about your experience. What new were added to you as a professional person, having passed through the Dennis Institute?
Yes, as I said, once again, my name is Osidia George Bible. My spend in the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies has been a great help and make a great change in my life as a professional person. Like I was one of those who not used to stand before people to even speak, to even communicate. My communication skills were kind of bad. But with the help of the Dennis Institute of Public Speaking, I'm one of those persons out there that my opinions at times is being heard, even among my friends, even at school. So I'm on this platform this morning to just let the audience know that with this study, you can be who you want to be. With this study, you can see how far you can reach as a person. This study has helped me a lot. It has done so many things that, my journey with this study has been so great.
Okay, that is good. So you're encouraging other people to take advantage of that. But Dennis, as you start again, tell us what to expect as you start again.
Well, I'm hoping that principals will take advantage of this program. I'm hoping that teachers will take advantage. I'm hoping that young people will take advantage, especially those in high school, particularly 12th grade. That is the standard for enrollment. You must be a high school student or a high school graduate and above. And I'm hoping that people will see this as an opportunity to strengthen their public speaking skills, to strengthen their grammar skills, as an opportunity, to thrive, to be able to get outside there and make good impression. Look, Marka, I can tell you, public speaking is an opportunity for anybody to showcase his or her talent. Uh, I was making research and I came across the Peace Laureate, Lema Bori. Did you know that? I stand to be corrected. Lema Bori is the first Liberian to appear on TED Talk. She appeared on March 28, 2012. TED Talk started June 2006,
Mhm.
and it is an international platform. And the qualification to get on that platform is that you should have an idea that is worth spreading, and you should have the ability to present your idea. Lema Bori presented her idea. She spoke on the theme Unlock Intelligence, Passion, and Greatness for Girls. She gave her experience, how she started, from way down the line. She started growing up, and she got motivated because she watched other people. She was encouraged. Look, I can tell you, no matter how we earn all of the degrees, when we are not able to express ourselves, our degree will not matter. The first impression that anybody can make on people when you say I'm a high school graduate, I'm a college graduate, is for them to even hear your good morning. Because there are three basic elements or reasons why we study language. And one of those reasons is expressive outcome. If now you see Marka, you sit behind that microphone, what people admire about you, they are not seeing a script that you are writing. They are not seeing, whatever you are producing in the newsroom. When people hear you speak on the microphone or through the microphone, when people hear your voice on the radio, when people hear you, by watching you on social media, they are impressed that Marka is making, an indelible impact on the lives of many young people in this country. And your education will not matter to people if your degree is just being hung on the shelf in your room or in your office. It will not move people. What will move people is for you to conceptualize your education, take it from the paper, put it in words, put it in expression. And if you cannot express yourself, you can't get your idea across. You cannot get your opinion across. You cannot get your view across. That's why most time we hear that people are in the house, they are called and bobo lawmakers. Why are they called bobo lawmakers? It's not that some of them they do not have the knowledge, but how to express, how to to construct that knowledge is a serious challenge for them. So I'm looking forward to young people who are in high school, specifically 12th grade, like we said, and those that have graduated from high school, those that are in colleges or university, and educators, principals. Some principals go to PTA meetings, some principals call staff meeting. They are unable to express their idea. And if you are a leader, you are not able to communicate your vision, what's going to happen? You will never make a good leader. You will not be able to raise followers. Look, what made Margaret Thatcher to be the first female British Prime Minister is because she was able to put her ideas into action. What made Nancy Pelosi to become, the first female Speaker of the House in the U.S. of Congress is because she was able to convert her ideas into action. What made Barack Obama is recorded as one of the greatest leaders in the 21st century among orators is because Obama, Professor Pro Luma, and the rest of the other people that we can talk about. If you are not able to convert your idea, if you're not able to convert your idea from theoretical stand to expressive outcome, you are not able to win people. You are not able to convince people. Most people go for interview, they fail the interview. It's not because they don't know or not that they have not studied, the subject matter, but how to express what they have studied. And if the interviewer cannot be impressed by what you will say, and of course there's a challenge that they will not be impressed by what you write. So we are looking forward to young people, educator, professional from all walks of life. You can be a pastor, you can be a lawyer, you can be a professional person, you can be a journalist. Of course, the likes of Hensi Decker, who is currently in China. Hensi Decker attended this program. The likes of Nikita Rabos, who is also here at Truth FM. She attended the program, and you listen to Nikita. She's an excellent orator. She's doing extremely well. And we want young people to be like Nikita, young people to be like Hensi. We want young people to be like Marka. When I listen to you, Marka, I'm impressed. When I listen to the way you read the news, your voice, your articulation, your eloquence, your ability, to enunciate words, they are very much welcoming. I wish and I pray and I hope that many young people can tread on such a path. And we just don't want to sit and wish. We want to be in the vanguard to be responsible for creating this environment and for bringing up such young people.
That's important. You are including other courses that you mentioned earlier. So tell us about should I say the curriculum you have now, as
Yes.
well as staff upgrade. Talking about the teaching staff. Let's hear
Yeah.
you talk about that.
Yeah. So one of the challenges that principal face, I have been a principal interestingly for about, as you say, 15 years now. I've been a principal since 2009 until present. I've been a principal, and I understand. Look, I can tell people I can teach principalship. I don't need people to teach principalship. I don't need people to talk about leadership. I don't need people to talk about administration because I've had 15 years of practical experience. Now, what I want to do is to share my experience with principals. How to be a good principal. One of the challenges that many principals have is number one, getting used to, number two, understanding your job description. Some people become principal, they do not understand how am I to navigate my way through, both as an administrator, both as a manager, and both as a leader. The principal is in three capacities. He's there as a leader, that means to carve vision for the institution. He's there as a manager to carve policies. He's there as an administrator to implement policies. Now, many principals just come from the angle of religious setting. Like one church will say, okay, since this brother graduated from UL with his bachelor degree in economics, and we have a church school, and there's a vacancy for administrator, so you go and serve in a capacity as an administrator. This person comes to serve in a position that requires what we call prior knowledge, that requires, knowledge, skills, experience. This person has got nothing from such background, but they are sitting all the schools. As a result, what's happening? The Bible says when one blind lead the other, what happened? All of them will fall into the pit. So many schools are helter scatter because of leadership crisis. The principal don't understand what we call a separate role. The principal does not understand what we call role conflict. The principal does not understand complexity of roles. As a result, what happened? The principal is either overriding or it is underperforming. As a result, the school is not going anywhere. The school is running cycle. Every year we are doing the same thing. Because if the leader does not have vision, that leader cannot take the institution or organization and to any point where they will really appreciate the leader. And one of the responsibilities of a leader is not just to sit in the office, it's not just to sit in a chair, it's not just to sit on an AC. It's your ability to move the organization from a point where you met them to the point where you want them to be. So we are opening up this opportunity to school leaders. Come, let's share our different experiences together. Someone will say, I've been a principal for 20 years. You have just been a principal for 15 years. But excuse me, the age of Methuselah has nothing to do with the wisdom of Solomon. The little study that we have done and the little things that we have gone through, we think that irrespective of your 25 or 30 years, we think that we can still come together and brainstorm. If you think you have more experience, no problem. Come to the institution. So those that have less experience, you will share your experience with them. So we want the education sector to subscribe to excellence. Our children are coming to school. Our children are waking up early in the morning, but they are being frustrated by the caliber of principles that they are serving on. Because the truth is, no organization will rise above the level of the leader. When the principal is not strong, proactive, and robust, the teacher will not be, and the students will not be. So to move our education sector forward, we need to work on the leadership, and it begins with principals, vice principals, school leaders. It could be proprietor, it could be a manager, it could be counselors, whoever you may be. Come, let's study the curriculum on school leadership, management, and administration. Just lastly, before I skip from that point, one of the issues that principals struggle with is what we call student recruitment, enrollment, and retention. People are good at getting the students, but they are not good at retaining them. And when you have student turnover is higher, that means every year students will leave the school. The number of students that leave the school they are higher than the number of students that are coming to school. Then the school is not growing. We also have what we call staff turnover rate. The number of staff leaving your school every year, they are more. So every year the principal will hire almost 5, 10, 15 new teachers. What's happening? The principal will always have to come back and start all over, because when you bring new people on board, you have to breed them, you have to nurture them before you move them forward. So as a result, the school will continue to just operate on the better level. As we go up, what happens next? We come back down. How we move from that? How we progress forward? Let's come to the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies. We will brainstorm on that.
Okay, that is great. So, do you have a specific target for this cycle? If yes, what is that number of persons you will need? And also, you can tell us more about the timetable, better still, the calendar for this cycle.
Yes, thank you. Well, we need the first 50 candidates, and this is where the race is. The first 50 candidates to register will be our starting point. We are not going to go beyond that.
Okay.
So, except where opportunity or provision is made for us to split up sections, but we need the first 50 candidates, first 50 principals or school leaders for the school leadership track, and that of school finance and budgeting. And then we need the first 50 candidates for public speaking and professional communication. Interestingly, some people in the school leadership track will also come to do public speaking. So our sessions are run every Friday and Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. Every Friday is a section, 3 to 5 p.m. Every Saturday is a section, 3 to 5 p.m. We push the time late hours so that people will have the opportunity to go out to do all of their activities and all that. They can adjust, and later on in the afternoon hour to the evening time, we can retire. The campus is right on the ST Global Road at the Vine School System of Christ campus. We are located on the ST Global Road, opposite Sports Complex. We know at the end of this discussion, we'll share our contacts so that you'll be able to get in touch with us. This program is a 6-month program. 3 months semester 1, 3 months semester 2 is a diploma program, and we tend to keep a standard. Look, as we speak to you, one of my expertise is in the area of curriculum development. We have drafted our curriculum for these 3 courses: public speaking, professional communication, school leadership, management, and administration, and that of school finance and budgeting. We have drafted our curriculum. We have done our syllabi for all three courses, mentor or presentation, interaction, engagement, activity concerning the program. Everything has been structured. We have not come to make BMOF. We have come to speak to standard. If we say we want to produce school leaders, quality and excellent school leaders, we want to produce professional and eloquent speakers, we want to produce financial experts in the area of education. We are not talking about something that we're coming to do, the Liberian way or business as usual. No, we are speaking from a professional and standard position. Bear me witness, those of you who know me, I work with the Lacoste College of Education. I serve as the chairperson for the Department of School Administration, and I've been privileged to hold that title for over 10 years now at the Lacoste College of Education. Many students that we have produced, just salary, we produce 727 teachers, school leaders in the area of, in different areas affecting the education sector. All right, Lema Bowie was invited as a keynote speaker, and she was represented by Representative Mwema Briggs Mensah. So those of you who know me, you are hearing me, you know what I stand for. I stand for nothing less than quality. I stand for nothing less than excellence. My goal is always to push to international best practice because we have been outside there. I have been to Ghana. I have been to 8 universities in Ghana. I have been to 5 colleges in Ghana. I have been to several high schools in Ghana, Nigeria, and other countries. I know what the guys are doing and what is making them to be exceptional. I think that we can do the same if only we will agree to work together.
Okay, that's great. So let's hear from the lady. Anything you want to say just before maybe you will ask? There's one more last question. Then we'll go back to the line.
Yeah, there's something running through my mind that I just want to share. That is going straightly to our young people out there. Nowadays in Liberia, we know that our speaking skills or the way in which we express ourselves is very, very poor. And as a young lady or even a young man coming up, it's good that when you are saying something that your opinions be heard, or when you are saying something people give you their listening ears. But we notice that even on our graduation day, like our high school students is graduating from high school, we notice that our communication skills are very, very poor. Like you will hear or girl saying that shout out to my mom out there, shout out to my pa. It doesn't make sense at all. Or high school students, somebody who has spent like 15 years or 16 years in, going through the process of learning and they come out to say something like that. It's very, very much frustrating for our setting. So that's why we have established this program to help we the young people at least to give us that ability out there to express ourselves frequently. So it's a program out there this morning to help you. If you're a young person listening to me out there, I urge you to take that lead. I urge you to take that step to be who you want to become. Thank you.
Okay, so that your opinion can matter in society.
Sure.
That is great. Dennis, we're going to go to the line, but I understand you have you know where I'm going. I understand you have ambition. You want to be president of the is it the Liberian School Principals?
National Principal Association of Liberia. Yes, I think you saw my flyer when the campaign was earlier open.
Okay.
And like I said, I've been principal for 15 years. I've also been with the Principal Association for a couple of years. And I've served as a recording secretary general. I have worked with the Montserrat County chapter, and I have also worked with national. That way being my leader, being my mentor. We have worked together. I have learned a lot from him, and I think that I can muster the courage to be a hope. One of the problems we have is that we always think that people are too young to lead. As a result, keep repeating the same formula, and that's why we are not getting the result right. So it is an opportunity because if young people see their fellow young people taking lead, on critical national issues and taking stand on some of these things, of course, it will be motivated to say, but if this person can become, of course, I can become an alternate. So, the campaign activities were halted. Elections have been postponed to April 17. And I would love to talk more about my platform, but I'm hoping that in the soonest possible time I'll be here again behind this microphone, and then I'll now be speaking from the national angle of things.
Now I'm about politics now. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Dennis is here this morning. You can call to make inquiries, or better still, ask some questions or make comments on the discussion this morning. You can call on 0770 0770 is the number you can call to participate. So we are talking about the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies. Okay, yeah, because we're used to the first name.
I know.
Your professional
Yeah,
studies.
yeah.
Now they will be offering public speaking and professional communication, school leadership management and administration, as well as school finance and budgeting. So these are very important courses for school leaders, as well as people who want to be very, should I say, fluent
Yeah.
and very eloquent when it comes to expressing themselves. So these are
Correct.
courses that will be offered. So yes, you can call to ask questions 0770 202579. Again, 0770 202579 is the number you can call to participate. Let's take the first caller this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to the studio, guys in studio there.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
I'm Jeremiah Siakoko, calling from the community around Yahweh.
Okay.
I want to say thank you for the process, and I want to say thank you for everything that you have said. You have said everything, not just everything, but what is happening with our educational system and our sector all around the country. I want to know what is the mechanism that you are putting into place, because as I learned from you previously, the program was going on fine, but you had an opportunity to go and study. What is the mechanism that you are putting into place again that when there is more opportunity to come, finally you might leave and go for further study, so you can close the place down, and come back again to open up. I want to know whether there can be more session created, because I don't want to tell you that the 3 to 6, on the 2 days. There are people who are less busy time, they want to make use of opportunity. What has opportunity to put that two system in place?
Okay. Thank you. Let's take the next caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, when I'm flying from
Okay.
so thank you for the show, but I got a question for your guest.
Okay.
Yeah, the question for you is as to whether the program is specific for people who are already into the school system or if somebody who want to enroll, whether they can enroll directly. That's my question for him.
Mm. When you say who already in the school system, I don't understand. You mean people who are in school already?
Yeah, because I you said you have to people to create people who already you. This is what you were talking about because I just told him with the program.
Okay. He will provide some details on that. Thank you. Just keep following. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Peter Gregory was talking in the community.
Okay.
I'm interested in the program, but I want to ask.
You have the opportunity. Go ahead.
The way I'm interested in the program, then I stay in high school. How can I do that?
What's your class, if I may ask?
12th grade.
Yes, but he mentioned clearly that 12 graders can take advantage of the program.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you can also call 0770 202579. We're in conversation with Derek Dennis, the executive director of the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies. It was previously the Dennis Institute of Public Speaking. So he has included new programs, which include the let me get it correctly, because we want people to take advantage. It is very important that we strengthen this sector, and people who are making these efforts, we should be grateful. So they have public speaking and professional communication. This one, according to them, if you are in maybe 12th grade, or maybe you are a graduate, you can take advantage. Not only a graduate from high school, even if you're in college, maybe you're a college graduate and you want to improve your public speaking and communication skill, you can take advantage of that. And then they have the school leadership, management, and administration. I mean, as a principal or school leader, you can take advantage of this one, as well as the school finance and budgeting. So at least financially, you need to know what you are doing as a school leader. So I think these courses are very important. So yes, call 0770202579. We can take at least two more calls, and then we'll go back to the guests in studio. 0770202579. But in the meantime, while we wait somebody calls, Derek, you want to respond to some of the questions raised so far?
Yes. I think you already answered that young man, so no need to repeat that. The other guy who called from Pont County, we are saying current and who be. You either be part of those who are currently serving in the school system, or you are uh, somebody who will want to serve in the school system. So the program is open. All right. There is no discrimination. Uh, uh, you know, between this person and that person. We are not discriminating. All right. Continuity in case of my absence, someone said, what mechanism put in place?
Mm-hmm.
Mechanisms,
Just in case you have opportunity to go do your PhD.
mechanisms are being put in place. That's why I say I'm coming to the studio, and then you see I came along with one of my mentees, and there are several young people that I'm mentoring and who will take over very soon. Like, take for example, I am anticipating of serving at the national level, the National Principal Association. Why I'm running national issues. There are young people, there are lecturers who will be there to run the program. So thank you for that question. But mechanisms have been put in place for continuity. I don't intend when we start this for us to shut down again.
Okay, so yes, since we're not getting some more calls, even though the calls coming and breaking, you can just use the last 3 minutes to conclude, maybe by providing further information, including points of contact and all of that.
Yes, so I think you should call your number. Consider just Babu is serving as our registrar.
Okay.
So I think she will share her number for those of you interested, so you can get in touch with her.
0775-935494. 775-935494. 0880-516232. 0880-516232.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So if you copy that number, you can just maybe save it as Dennis Institute, just so that you can remember.
Yes.
Just in case you need any information, you get in touch with the registrar.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep missing her name.
Yeah, Osilia.
Okay, Osilia
Yeah.
Babu.
Babu, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, let's close up, Dennis.
Yeah, so I want to say thank you, Marka, and thanks to the Truth FM family for always providing us such opportunity to be able to share our ideas. This is almost like our TED Talk stage where we are able to spread our ideas to those that are interested. So we are looking forward to school leaders. We are looking forward to young people. We are providing this opportunity because we want to help strengthen up the challenges that we have in public speaking, professional communication, school leadership, management, administration, struggle with school finance. Many principals don't understand, how to handle the issue of finance, how to handle the issue of budget, the budget cycle, and all that. So it's an opportunity for us to come together and be able to brainstorm and see how we can move our education system forward. In case somebody want to get in touch with me, I say, okay, I want to get in touch with the CEO himself. You can call me on 0770 58 22 97. 0770 58 22 97. You want to call Lone Star? Just add 0886 to that number. 0886 to that number. And of course, you'll be logged into my phone for conversation.
Okay, yes, that's great. So we are going.
Yes, live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you. It has been an honor being here this time.
Miss Babu, anything?
Yeah, just want to say thanks to the True FM family and thanks for hosting us.
Okay. Well, it's been a wonderful interaction here with members of the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies, the Chief Executive Officer, Better Studio Executive Director, Derek Dennis, and Osilia Babu. The registrar have been here this morning having wonderful conversation about the institution. My name is Marka Davis. Thanks to O'Neill Roberts, our sponsors, Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. We will be here tomorrow again to bring you another edition of the Truth Breakfast Show here on Truth 96.1 FM. Well, the heart and soul of Liberia, this is where national unity begins. Remember that anything uh, you steal, you can eat it in public. Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful time.